My name is Mano Lemus.
Hello, my name is Dylan Vogel.
Tara Patterson.
Hi, I'm Carmen.
Sarah Ballentine.
What are you scared of?
Oh boy.
Confined spaces.
I'm scared of being alone.
Ending up in the hospital.
Monsters of my imagination.
Dying in an awful way.
I am scared of needles.
Being forgotten. The ocean.
Someone forcing me to have drugs.
Scared of not doing everything I want to do in life.
Being late.
Heights.
Getting lost. I'm afraid of airplanes. It's gonna go on for a really long time.
I'm afraid of
Getting
space.
kidnapped.
I'm
I'm afraid of scare that I don't know.
Things sharp.
Are there any reasons why you're scared of certain things?
Now I think, I don't know. I just think of the things that come to mind, and all of them I can pinpoint some sort of like, not a specific story, but a reason.
Thunder, I'm just scared.
Death, just because it's so open.
When I was a very little kid, there was a friend who lived down my street.
Scary movies, because when I was a kid, I think I watched some movies that I shouldn't have watched at a certain age, and I kept dreaming about them and thinking about them, and I still do that to this day now.
I guess because it's also like tornadoes. I'm scared of natural disasters.
But then one day, my mom came into the house, and she came up to me and she's like, "Oh, Dylan, did you hear?
I just don't like when there's too much space that's not being used.
Corbett, he just got bitten by a spider, and he's in the hospital, and he's all swollen, and like he's like blue in the face, and like they have to like amputate him and drain his blood out. It was some horrible stuff."
I don't know why I'm scared of heights. All I know is that as soon as I get close to the edge of a cliff, I get vertigo and I feel like I'm gonna fall over even though I'm not.
So that's why I'm terrified of oceans or forests or just big, huge spaces.
And I think actually that was the reason for being afraid of spiders.
My biggest fear of all time.
Myself. Having power and abusing it.
Dying at an early age.
I'm scared of the monsters of my imagination because really imagination is a whole lot scarier than anything that real life can throw at you.
I think I have a fear of being alone.
If you mess something up and it's your fault, then it's instantly your responsibility to apologize for that. I hate apologizing for things.
I think as a human, there's this natural desire to want to be around people and to be with people.
You're watching a movie. Oftentimes, they'll never show the person being killed, but based on what you hear and what you saw beforehand, you can guess what happened.
If you don't have that stimulation, then what do you have?
I think your mind can create things a whole lot scarier than even real life could.
It scares me that I would ever be capable of, I don't know, it just makes me feel weak, making someone hurt. But I like to be bossy, and I like to have power over other people, and I think that's why it's so scary.
I wouldn't like to get rid of my fear because I think it helps you.
You would just do dangerous things. Fear is just something that comes along with human emotion.
Fear is what makes stuff sort of exciting almost.
Fear is panic. Panic about something that you don't know.
Imagine not being afraid of doing all of these hardcore drugs because you're not afraid of overdosing.
If you have a fear of jumping off a cliff, then that helps you.
It's part of what keeps me alive, I think, and it's a challenge.
And it's just all these bad things can happen to you because you're not afraid of doing them.
And if we had no fear, everything we would do would just be like throwing caution to the wind. There would be like nothing to hold us back.
I think fear is what keeps us alive in some ways.
I feel like the world could be a scarier place if there was no fear.
And I like the feeling of overcoming fear. That's a nice feeling.
It's how you handle it, I think, that matters. How you handle the fear that you experience, that matters most.
I know that I'm never going to get over my fears, but I don't want to be in constant fear. Fear is crippling, but it can be overcome.
There was a saying once that says, "Fear nothing, respect everything." But that's really hard to do.
Fear is the psychological and emotional response to something that you have defined as dangerous over time.
Bravery isn't about like overcoming your fears and being like Hercules or something. Bravery is just knowing how to get through. I feel like fear is one of those psychological things that you just can't pinpoint why you're afraid of it.
Fear.